The bigger the problem you solve, the more you can charge. But here's what really matters: the relationship between price and value. If customers see that the price matches the value, they don't overthink it. They decide faster. When price feels fair for the outcome, resistance disappears. That's when businesses take off. So don't just ask, how much should I charge? Ask, how big is the problem I'm solving? Nail price versus value, and growth follows.
Hi everyone, this will be a continuation of the previous part. I would recommend you complete the first part of this animation. You can get the link on the top right over here, and after you have completed that, you can head on to this video, which is the second part or the final part of the animation. Now we left the last part over here last time. So what we are going to do is, now after this scene, everything goes up and then this scene comes in like this. So what we are going to do is bring this scene down. To bring the scene down, hit Ctrl D on Cam Control 5 to duplicate, and then hit U over here to delete the keyframes, and hit on the position keyframe. Let me increase the length of this Cam Control 6. Connect the Cam Control 5 to 6. Go ahead and let me select all these layers. Bring them over here. Let me extend the camera layer too. And then just go ahead and simply bring this down like this. As you can see the video over here, it goes up. Select this F9, and as you can see the animation over here, it's fast and then slow. So make the graph something like this.
Decide faster. When price feels fair for the outcome,
Also, I need to change the shape layer, so I'll just click on the pen tool and delete this part and click over here and just make it something like this.
faster. When price feels fair for the outcome,
And you can see it's fading out here a bit. What we can do is, I'll just simply deselect all of these adjustment layers for now, because we don't want them lagging our timeline. So I'll disable all of this. As you can see, these are also not fully out, so I'll just go to my last keyframe over here and simply move them up like this.
decide faster. When price feels fair for the outcome, resist.
And I need to select the pen tool and make the line something like this, so it's still inside. Again, I'll head on to this color section, bring this over here, click to add another marker and make this a bit lighter. Hit OK. And I need to extend my background too, so I'll just extend this.
Decide faster. When price feels fair for the outcome, resist.
And then what we can do is, as you can see, they don't overthink. This text is there. As you can see, this is the same animation, they don't, which is coming from the right. So what we can do is simply copy the style from here. We can copy the style from this text. Basically, I'll just hit Ctrl C to copy this and paste it over here. And as this is the new scene, first we need to bring this inside and then change the color to, let's say, brown. Then change the text to they don't. Let's change this. I have changed the font to Bebas New Pro. And as you can see, this is the same animation. Everything should be capitalized, so I'll do that. Then I can select all of the assets from this scene, hit Alt and right bracket to cut them because we don't need them, except the shape layer. So I'll just select the shape layer and extend that. And then for the next text, overthink. Again, this animation, we are going to use it again. So simply I'll just copy it from here and paste it again, bring this over here and bring this text inside like this and type here overthink. Hit S, make it smaller. Let's change all of these to white fill and change this to brown.
They don't over is the value. They don't overthink it.
As you can see, the text, so I need to select a different font, which is Bebas New, and then hit P for position and make it closer to the top text like this. Now we need our PNG of the brain, so I'll just bring that in. Simply double click, then select the roto brush and select this brain area like this. And now we have separated that out. Hit P for position and bring this on top of this. Then we have to write the text, they decide faster, with the same animation as this. So again, simply select this and hit Ctrl D and type they decide faster and simply put this over here and let's make the text smaller.
It matches the value. They don't overthink it. They decide faster.
And then as you can see, it's slowly zooming in, and then this is the next frame with this glitch. So we'll do the effects at the end. If you have seen the first video, then you would know what was this effect which we used in the first video, impact. So we'll do that at the end, but first let's complete the scenes. And now we simply need to do is add another cam control, hit Ctrl D on this, then hit U, delete the keyframes, simply connect 6 to 7 and then hit position keyframe, go ahead and slowly zoom this in like this.
Think it. They decide faster. When price
Just simply select all of these, hit Alt and right bracket to cut the scene. Again, the same text style, when price feels fair, for the outcome. So what we need to do is check if we have used this style earlier, which is over here. As you can see, the same text style, top one is a normal and the bottom one is a different text. So we need to find this, copy it and simply paste it over here and put it over here. Hit U. Think we need to delete the keyframes. As you can see, it's coming from the side, but this is coming from down. What we need to do is simply open this text and under this position, make this to 0 and increase this to around 30 like this.
feels fair for the outcome, resistance.
And write the text, when price feels fair for the outcome. Cut this. I'll select this text and make it smaller like this. Also make this a bit towards the top. So we have got this now. We need to also cut this part, so I'll just be cutting it somewhere around here, the shape layer 4. And as you can see, it's at the center, so we need to bring this at the center over here. Select the keyframes, bring it over here, bring it a bit back.
When price feels fair for the outcome,
Okay, something like this. And then as you can see behind this, there's a line going. okay, and it's blurred. Okay, blur part we'll do at the end. First, let's make this line. Okay, so what we need to do is simply select our pen tool again, clip the stroke and make this a fill. And as you can see, it's a type of wire. Okay, so first make something like this, and then bring it out like this. So you got something like this now. I know it's not exactly the same, but you get the idea how to do this. Let's rename this to jumbled wire. Make it 3D and bring it over here. Now select these and we have to change the color to again. So this time let's go for a red. Okay. Select this and select the red color. And as you can see, when this text comes, this also starts moving. What we need to do is simply select this, add trim paths, open this trim paths, make this 0, click on the offset, click on the end keyframe, go ahead. Now, when the last word outcome appears, it's in the tangled section of the video. So just around here, I'll increase the end percent to here around 71%, which means that it will end up in the tangled area. Go ahead and then complete this. So at the center it is faster. Select this F9. We need to make an animation like this. So this graph, and now what we simply need to do is click on the start keyframe at the exact points like this, and then select this and make this 71, and select the last one and make this 100. Select all of this F9 and do the same keyframe animation. Simply select the end keyframes and move them ahead like this. Okay, so first it will come in, okay, and then it will go out from the start. I'll simply copy this blur and paste it just between these two. And if you enable this, bring it over here, bring this on top, bring this bottom, delete the BCC lens blur, and I'll simply add a simple Gaussian blur and increase it so it looks something like this. Zoom this in like this. Okay, so to do that, simply I'll select all of these and put this on top. Simply around here, select the camera one, Control Shift D to create another layer and make that a camera 2. Right click new, null object, and select the camera 2 and connect it with null 8. Rename this to cam control 8. Make this pink again. Hit P, make it 3D and zoom this in like this. Also, I need to move this a bit. Yeah, this will be the scene, but this is blurred now. So what we need to do is hit Alt and right bracket to remove this blur so the line is visible. and bring the Gaussian blur on the text and increase, and then hit Ctrl Shift D to make another layer and increase the blur like this.
Price feels fair for the outcome, resistance disappears.
And then everything shifts towards the right, as you can see after this.
Feels fair for the outcome,
And from here we need to hit Ctrl D on this, connect the cam control 8 to 9, hit P for position, go ahead and drag it out like this. Select this F9, drag this towards the left,
resistance disappears. That's when business.
and then the next text, that's when businesses take off. So again, this text, simply we'll just do the copy paste thing again. Select this, Ctrl C to copy and paste it over here. Hit S, make this smaller, bring this inside, put it over here, and write that's when businesses take off. So I'll select the top text first, select this text, bring it a bit up,
Disappears. That's when businesses take off. Disappears. That's when businesses take off.
and again we need to bring the PNG now. So I'll just bring the back PNG, bring it inside, hit S to make it smaller, make it 3D first, double click on this and simply roto brush this. Hit R for rotation, tilt this a bit, put it over here and hit Alt and left bracket to cut it from the start. Hit P for position keyframe, go ahead and drag this in like this. F9 and drag this towards the left.
Years. That's when businesses take years. That's when appears. That's when businesses take off. So don't. Resistance disappears. That's when businesses take off.
As you can see, this is slowly still moving and then zooming in. So I'll just extend this last keyframe out.
Resistance disappears. That's when businesses take off. So don't.
And then zoom this in like this, okay, with these coming in. First, hit Ctrl D, hit U, delete the keyframes. Somewhere around here, click on the position keyframe, go ahead and connect the 9 to 10, zoom this in slowly. And we need a slow to fast animation, so select F9. Make this slower at the start and faster towards the end.
Take off. So don't just ask how much.
Somewhere around here, select the assets, hit Alt and right bracket to cut them.
Just ask how much should I.
And then for this new text, before that we need to make these, assets, which one goes from here and another from here. Select the pen tool, make sure the stroke is this color. Then let's start making them. One goes from up, so this, like this, increase the stroke width, and another diagonally from here. Again select the pen tool and make it like this. Make them 3D. Select them, bring them inside, hit S, make them smaller, bring one here. Then select these two, add, trim parts, open, click the end keyframe, hit U, go ahead, again click the end keyframe, go to the start, make them 0, select this F9, drag them towards the left.
Ask, how much should I charge? So don't just ask, how much should I charge?
This is for the next scene, so I'll select these two and change it to blue. And then the text, how much should I charge? First we'll make this, we need to bring the coin inside. Okay, make it 3D, hit S. As you can see in this scene, simply comes together. First what we need to do is select the pen tool and mask each of the pieces out like this. Hit Ctrl D and make this inverted, so we have got two sides of the two pieces of coin. When this cuts, we need to bring this in over here. Select this, hit P for position. Go ahead, again position keyframe. Now it comes from the left and this comes from the right, so select this and bring it out like this. Shift R for rotation, click on the Z rotation and rotate it a bit like this. And here just rotate it back. And similarly, now select this F9, drag this towards the left. Now I want this animations to start at the same point as this, so P for position, Shift R for rotation, click on position and Z rotation and go to the start. Again click both of the keyframes and at the starting keyframe bring this out like this, rotate it a bit so it comes in. F9 and do the same, easy ease.
Ask, how much should I charge? Ask, take off. So don't just ask, how much should I charge?
Alt and left bracket to cut it from the start.
Appears. That's when businesses take off. So don't just ask, how much should I charge?
Select these two and drag them a bit out for a slower ending. Now let's do the text, how much should I charge? So again, as you can see, the text here is coming from the right and this is going up. So select this, copy it, paste it, bring it here, change the color to blue, change the word.
Just ask, how much should I charge?
Then copy this text, paste it, bring this over here, hit S, make it small, change the word, put this over here, change the font to, I think it was Playfair Display, so I'll just copy this and paste it over here, make this italic.
How much should I charge?
Okay, so in the last video we had completed the effect till here. As you can see, there is no effect here. So what you can do is simply select all the effects which you used in the last video and extend it throughout your timeline so it affects everything. Now after this, again there's this, shake and invert. So remember, when you did this part in the start, we are going to do it similarly. Basically just hit U, copy this and somewhere around here, just when the scene changes or zooms in over here, I'll just paste the keyframes. Okay, and select the impact, hit U, copy these and again paste it over here.
Price feels fair for the outcome, resist.
In the previous video, I basically forgot to add the glow, which we can do it here all at once. So going to add glow to this text. So just simply go over here. You can use deep glow. If you don't have deep glow, use the normal glow. Okay. I'll just select this text and put the glow on it. Okay, something like this. Copy it. And as you can see, there's glow on this too. I'll just go ahead, select this, put glow over here too. Again, if you have deep glow, use the deep glow. It's highly suggested. But if you don't have it, use the glow, which is already available in After Effects. And then again, glow is over here and this coin. So let's add them. Now let's do the last two scenes. So all the effects have already been applied. What we have to basically do is just do the last two scenes and fill the effects with them. So this will move towards the left. Okay. All this, come here, hit Control D to make another cam control. Connect the cam control 10 to 11. Select this, hit U, delete the keyframes. Simply click on position keyframe, go ahead and drag this towards the left like this. And then hit F9 and simply drag this towards the left. As you can see, the animation is faster towards the start and slower towards the end, like this.
How big is the problem I'm solving? How big is the problem I'm solving?
Now to extend these lines, simply select the pen tool and select the end point and create another point like this. And then select this, select the end point. Make another point like this. I'll bring this down a bit. Something like this. As you can see, when this goes to the next frame, the opacity decreases. So somewhere around here, I have to simply select these lines, hit T, click on the opacity keyframe, go ahead and decrease this like this to around 16 to 15%. F9 and drag them towards the left.
How big is the problem I'm solving? Nail price charge. Ask, how big is the problem I'm solving? Nail price versus value, and growth follows. Charge. Ask, how big is the problem I'm solving?
This text will already be there. So right click new, text, type the word ask, make it 3D, bring it over here. Hit S, make it bigger. And now for this scene, we'll do a different color. So first I'll bring this down and click this. Let's select peach and hit Alt and left bracket to cut it. Ask, how big is the problem?
Big is the problem I'm solving.
So let's search for the text which matches the style. So this is the text which matches the style. So I'll simply, select this, copy this text and paste it over here, bring it down, change it to peach, bring it inside, hit S, double click and change the text. Align it with the audio.
Should I charge? Ask, how big is the problem I'm solving? Ask, how big is the problem I'm solving?
And then for this animation, you can see it simply comes like this. So first we need the asset, bring it inside, change the color to peach, hit Alt and left bracket to cut it, hit the 3D icon to enable 3D, bring it inside the frame, hit S, make it smaller. And as you can see, it's simply rotating in. So what we need to do is basically hold Y and drag this anchor point over here to the bottom. And now if you rotate it, you will be able to get the same animation. Simply click on the Z rotation, go ahead and rotate this and make sure that it is on top. Hit P for position and bring this forward, P for position, bring this back and hit S and make this bigger.
Ask, how big is the problem I'm solving?
Now select this and press F9 on this and simply do an animation like this where the starting is fast and ending is slow. At the start, let's bring it towards the right a bit more.
Should I charge? Ask, how big is the problem I'm solving? Nail
And then again this impact frame.
charge. Ask, how big is the problem I'm solving?
Simply I'll head on to my impact, hit U, copy this and paste it over here.
Nail price versus value.
Head on to my invert, hit U, copy this and place it at the same place as the impact to get this. Now collapse these and simply cut them over here by hitting Alt and right bracket.
What should I charge? Ask, how big is the problem I'm solving? Nail price.
And after this, as you can see, this also disappears. So when this goes towards the right, okay, it slowly disappears. This two lines. So I'll just simply select these, spread these out, and at the end, make this 0.
Ask, how big is the problem I'm solving? Nail.
And then finally, for the last scene, nail price versus value. Again, simply copy this text, paste it here. As this is the last scene, we will change this color to and select this. Okay, so darkish brown or red, whatever you might want to call it. And the text is nail price versus value. As you can see, it comes from the down. So I'll simply open the animator tool and make this position 0 and bring this down a bit. So it will come up like this. And now for the image, bring it here, change the color, hit Alt and left bracket, make it 3D, bring the image over here, P for position keyframe, go ahead and again position keyframe and drag this up like this. Hit S and I'll scale this down. Select this F9 and simply do this animation.
Solving nail price versus value and versus value and growth follow.
And growth follows. Okay. And simply hit Control D over here. Connect cam control 11 to 12. Hit U. Delete the keyframes. And somewhere around here, click on the position keyframe. Go ahead and simply zoom this in like this. Select this F9. Again, do this animation.
Nail price versus value and growth follows. Just price versus value and growth follow.
And for that text and growth follows, you can see the text is animation is same, only the background we have to do. So again, I'll select this text, hit Control D to duplicate it.
And growth follow. Ask how big is the problem I'm solving? Nail price versus value and growth follow. Ask.
So finally, click on the pen tool, make the stroke around 30 and simply add, click here and then here. Bring this down, change the color, make it 3D, bring it inside, hit S, make it smaller, increase the width, scale, bring it over here. Simply bring this shape layer below the text, make the fill to black, somewhere around here. Select this shape layer, add trim paths, click on the end keyframe, go ahead. Again, click on the end keyframe, go to the start and make this 0. Select this F9 and drag this towards the left.
Versus value and growth follows. Just
Now, one small trick finally to just make this more good is just simply select the track matte of the text and track matte it with the shape layer and enable the shape layer. So it reveals with the text like this.
versus value and growth follows. Just price versus value and growth follows.
Okay, now the whole animation is done. Finally, I'll just export this. So I'll just head on to File, Export, Add to Render Queue. Now let me just disable this and show what result we got.
The bigger the problem you solve, the more you can charge. But here's what really matters: the relationship between price and value. If customers see that the price matches the value, they don't overthink it. They decide faster. When price feels fair for the outcome, resistance disappears. That's when businesses take off. So don't just ask, how much should I charge? Ask, how big is the problem I'm solving? Nail price versus value, and growth follows. Just
I hope you like this video because I think this is the first video in which I have completed all the scenes with all the effects. So let me know in the comments if in the future you would like me to make these type of videos where a single video is divided into 3 to 4 parts, or you would like me to continue the previous style of videos where I made a single video completing half the scenes. There's only a single downside to this part by part video is it will take time to release all the parts, maybe 2 to 3 weeks or 3 to 4 weeks, but it will be in detail. But the single videos will be released instantly but will be incomplete, covering only the major animations. See you in the next one.